related to men's sexual health. And you may or may not know that I've had an ongoing series for several months now about called the ABCs of men's sexual health. And tonight I am doing the W in the ABCs of men's sexual health. So you can see we're quickly approaching the end of the series. Once I'm done with this series, I'll continue to do lives. I have been doing lives on Facebook, Instagram, um, YouTube, and I've started doing Twitter a while ago. Um, so once this series is over, I will probably only do lives um, on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And I need to make a little adjustment here. Anyway, and the reason for that is Instagram is I love the platform. It's a great place to connect with people and whatnot. But the reality is that on Instagram they make doing lives more difficult. I can I can do the use one piece of software to do the exact same live on all my other platforms, but with Twitter, not Twitter, with Instagram, I need to use a separate device. I need to go through the app. It's I they don't put all the functionality on their web page that they put on the app. Um, I will do my lives elsewhere. I will post them to Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, you're still going to get to see them. Of course, you can go to my other platforms. You can go to Facebook. You could go to Twitter or uh, YouTube. Um, and you can watch me there. I am starting to experiment with some lives on TikTok, although I will be doing those separately because TikTok has a very different kind of uh, feel to it and it allows you to engage directly with your viewers or more easily with your viewers. Um, oh, hey, I got a comment. Uh, Thank you, Stephen, for your vote of confidence. Stephen Smith is a fellow. Uh, he's a fellow sexologist. So he studied with the same teacher, and he's quite a interesting and insightful guy to talk to. So thank you, Stephen, for your vote of confidence. Anyway, so I'm just giving you a heads up. I don't want to do lives on Instagram until they find a way to stop making it difficult. All right. And again, if you're on my other platforms, I can see your comments here on this software, and I can I can react to you. But on Instagram, I can't. If you do leave comments on Instagram, I'll respond to them after the live. But if you're on Instagram, you're expecting a response right away. I'm sorry, you're going to be disappointed. All right, um, let's continue. As I said, I'm Ken Schaefer. I'm here to discuss all things related to men's sexual health. And um, tonight, the word I want to cover is water. Okay, and I know that doesn't sound like a big topic related to ED, but water is essential for your health, and you need to drink enough of it to stay healthy. And what's enough? Well, uh, that would depend on a lot of factors: how much you sweat, how big you are, whatnot. But you need to maintain yourself in a hydrated state. If you uh, there are places on the internet you can go and you can calculate approximately how much water you need to drink. Now, unfortunately, here in the US and probably throughout most of the world, but I know here in the US, you cannot count on your tap water to be safe. And that's just a sad fact that the infrastructure in the United States has been decaying due to neglect. Um, I don't want to get political, but I can tell you that when my friends come from other countries, they're often a little surprised at how dilapidated American infrastructure is. So, anyway, I won't go down that road. So, water. You can't trust your tap water. Now, you might live in an area where you have excellent tap water, you know, and you're lucky if that's the case. But that doesn't mean it's going to stay. That it's going to stay. It's going to that they're going to maintain it in the quality of water that you have presently doesn't mean that it's going. Boy, this I'm having a hard time getting this out. This is really bad. If you have good tap water now, it doesn't mean in the future that you will still have good tap water. As I said, the infrastructure of this country is uh, getting run down. All right. So you can't count on your tap water. Where should you get water? A lot of people won't even drink tap water. They drink bottled water. And that's a great idea, except for one thing. The vast majority of bottled water is stored in plastic containers. And if you have listened to me before, you will know that I have specifically said that plastic is one of the biggest source of endocrine disrupting compounds. And what's an endocrine disrupting compound? Well, it's a chemical that messes with your endocrine system, which is your hormonal system. And in most cases, these compounds have estrogenic properties. And estrogenic means it has the properties of estrogen, which is considered the female sex hormone. And that's not really accurate. Women have more estrogen than men generally, and men have more testosterone than women generally. But both men and women have both hormones, and they're important. They're both important to the health of each gender. So, if you're a man, you don't want to be estrogen free, and if you're a woman, you don't want to be testosterone free. All right. So these compounds have estrogenic qualities. And this is a big reason why there is an infertility epidemic and there's an epidemic of ED. So, uh, and weight problems. A lot of people with weight problems are, it's not just about the quality of their diet, it's also about the fact that their endocrine systems are seriously messed up. And I can speak from experience that a couple of years ago, before I was aware of all this, I had very low testosterone and very low thyroid uh, hormones, uh, and I discovered that I'm extremely sensitive to estrogenic uh, compounds as well as estrogen, the hormone, and and because my hormonal system was all screwed up, I could not lose weight. I was struggling to stay within what's considered a normal weight range for my height and age, and it was just a struggle. I was always like a few pounds over it, no matter how little I ate, no matter how much I watched my diet, nothing worked. Well, once I found the right doctors who recognized what the problem was, they got my hormone levels back up and the weight just melted off. So if you're having weight problems, it's not just about your diet, or not necessarily. For some people, it's only about diet. For others, it's because their hormonal system is messed up from all the estrogenic compounds, like plastic, what your bottled water is stored in. Boy, I kind of go in a circle there, don't I? So, um, but I hope I hope you're following me, because I have so much I want to tell you that even on a subject as simple as water, I can get going on different tangents. But I hope you'll stick with me and listen. And if I'm saying something that doesn't make sense, again, if you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, you can leave me a message and it should come up on my screen. I can't guarantee that, but one person left me a message today, um, and I got it. I don't know what platform he was. Oh, Facebook. He was on Facebook. Anyway, so if you're on Instagram, I won't be able to respond right away, but uh, I've, I've already covered all this, so I'll continue. Okay, so if you're going to drink bottled water, you should drink it from glass containers, or containers that are not plastic. I've never seen bottled water sold in a container that wasn't, well, maybe they might sell bottled water in aluminum cans. I don't know, but not plastic. You do not want your water stored in plastic, or any of your food. You do not you really want to get plastic out of your kitchen and out of your bathroom, because that's your major exposure to plastic, is right there. And another major exposure is your clothes. If you're wearing clothes which have a lot of polyester fibers, polyester is plastic, so it's leaching into your skin through your clothing. So I've done whole videos on this subject of estrogenic compounds and um, endocrine disrupting compounds, and uh, EDCs for short. So I won't go into all the details here. All right. So if you're going to drink bottled water, drink it from glass or metal containers. Um, all right. Where else can you get good water from? Well, you can buy a filtering system. Now, if you have the resources, you can have a filtering system, a decent filtering system built right into your plumbing. And then you can drink your tap water. If you filter it through this filtering system, you can then safely drink your tap water. Um, but do your research. Make sure you get a very good system. And, you know, they're not cheap. I don't know what they cost, but, between the system and the plumber you're going to probably need to install it, you're going to spend a few $1,000s. But for a lot of people, they have those resources, and it's, if it protects their health, it's worth it to them. If you don't have those kind of resources, and I suspect that most people don't, you can get countertop filters. There's all kinds of them out there. Um, I, I'm not going to recommend a brand here. I don't use a countertop filter. I actually did go through the process of having a filter installed into my plumbing, but there are countertop filters that do a great job, and all you have to do is take your tap water, pour it into there, and then gravity. Generally, gravity is used to pull the water through the filters, and uh, you'll have to change the filters occasionally. That's true no matter which filtering system you have. So um, but filtered water is really becoming a necessity for people to maintain their health. All right, so no bottled water from plastic bottles. Uh, if you're not going to drink bottled water, get filtered water. Filter your water. You can even one of my other passions is outdoor survival kinds of things. And uh, in the outdoor survival community, there's actually a big market for filters that you can carry. And so if you're out in the woods and you need to replenish your water, and you will have to do that quite a bit if you're out hiking or whatever, you can go to any water source, fill these things up, and the one I use is you use compression. You fill the container, and you push down with the other part of the system, and it presses the water through a filter, and what comes out the other end is extremely clean water. Um, and it's clean from chemicals and from bacteria and uh, biologic, biological organisms that might make you sick. Um, so you can even get filters you can carry around with you. And in fact, when I'm traveling, I I take one of my camping filters with me, and I believe the brand is called GeoPress. And unfortunately, they make their devices out of plastic. But if you filter the water and don't leave it sitting in there, then it's not such a big deal. But you don't want to just leave your water sitting in there. But it's a great way to filter your water if you're traveling, or if you don't have or whatever, for emergency situations. Just keep one in your car or whatever. It, water is one of life's necessities, uh, and drinking clean water is important for your health. And if you're in an emergency situation, you don't want to be drinking water that's going to make you sick and make the emergency situation worse. Okay, so um, I think I've pretty much run this topic into the ground. um, and I, like I often do, I got off on endocrine disrupting compounds and estrogenic compounds. They're basically the same thing. Uh, and um, discuss infertility issues and ED issues, and how they're related to these EDCs. So uh, I'll wrap this part of the discussion up. I do want to say that I have some things in the works. I'm finishing up an ebook. It's turning out to be a much bigger ebook than I had anticipated. I thought it was going to be about 30 to 40-page ebook. It's now over 100 pages, but I'm coming close to finishing it, and it's going to be a practical guide for men to manage their ED, uh, and hopefully to help their bodies recover to the point where ED is not much of a problem anymore. Even better, that the problem goes away. Um, so look out for that. I will be making more announcements about it and how you can buy it. I probably have some special deals out there. I'm also starting an online community. I'm just about ready to pull the trigger on that. It's going to be online community off of social media on a platform called Mighty Networks. It's going to start in the form of a month-long challenge. Every day you will get a new challenge and information about why this challenge is important. And it will guide you step by step on how to manage your ED, and how to find the right doctor, what kind of diet should you be eating, exercise, some other therapeutic things you can do. I'll cover a lot about EDCs in the it's not a course, it's whatever I called it before, a challenge. It's in the form of a challenge. Um, yeah, and I'm going to start off with a beta version just to kind of work out the kinks. And if you want to get in on that, it'll be a lot cheaper. There is going to be a cost involved in joining. It's not going to be huge, but there is going to be some cost. Um, and you'll have direct access to me to ask questions. I plan to do lives exclusively for the men who join the challenge. And over time, I will rerun this challenge many times. Uh, and so if you don't want to be in the beta and you want to wait, that's fine. It's just going to cost you a little bit more, but you'll get you'll get to see a more polished version of it, let's say. All right. Now, like I always say, please like, share, and follow. Or maybe I'm not even going to say please, just like, share, and follow any of my content on whatever platforms you follow me on. Uh, it's always nice to receive comments, even if they're critical comments, because I like getting compliments, but I also like questions that help me improve my delivery or improve my message, or that teach me something. So sign up for my newsletter. If you go to healthysexualitynews.com, you can sign up for my newsletter. Let me put up the QR code. Now, if you're on Twitter, you're going to have to go to my link in the bio. Again, not Twitter, Instagram. You Instagram watchers, go to my link in the bio. You'll see my Linktree link. Go on there. You'll be able to find all these links I'm discussing. I can't show them to you because, again, Instagram has decided to make live streaming more difficult than other platforms. But let's see. QR codes. I'm not quite finding the one I wanted here. Okay, well, if you go to healthysexualitynews.com, you can sign up for my newsletter. Another place where you can sign up for my newsletter is herbalerotics.com. And a bit of a deal going on there. My good friend Lisa Atkins is she's a sexologist as well. And she has a line of herbal products, which she calls Herbal Erotics. And these herbal erotic products are herbal supplements designed to support men's health and men's sexual health. And she has a line of products for women. But if you sign up for my newsletter by going to herbalerotics.com, you'll see the QR code in the upper left corner, and you'll see the URL down in the lower left corner. Go there, sign up for my newsletter. You'll get great information from my newsletter, and you will get. I will send you a discount code that you can use on Lisa Atkins' website, which is Inside My Bedroom Closet. There's the URL. So if you go to Inside My Bedroom Closet, you can order the products from Lisa at a 10% discount. And I've used her products. I find I like them quite a bit. I'm a big proponent of using supplements to supplement your diet, because we don't all get everything we need from our diet. And so supplements can supply things to our body that we're not getting through our diet. And just quickly, not everyone needs the same supplements. Not everyone's going to respond in the same way to the same supplements. Everybody has unique needs. But if you can find the supplements that work for you, you can very well benefit from taking supplements. Okay. All right. Sign up for my newsletter, whether it's through herbalerotics.com or healthysexualitynews.com. Go sign up. My other platforms, I have TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And of course, my website. If you go to my website, healthysexualitywithken.com, you can, it will link, it's linked to all my social media. And I have trouble flipping between all these, but again, there's the QR code for my website. All right. So follow me, like, share, and subscribe, and sign up for my newsletter. Look out for my ebook that's coming. It's going to be, I'm pretty proud of what I've written, so look out for that. It's going to be if you have ED or you know someone with ED, this is going to be a practical guide to help men get the best possible outcomes. All right. And my online community, watch out for that, because if you need the help of someone like me, a men's sexual health coach, you can get a lot from this online community, and you'll be able to ask me questions directly. All right. I need to wrap it up. I tend to meander. I get off on all these topics and I just start talking. I hope I'm not being boring, and I know I am being a little bit repetitive, but repetition helps sometimes. It helps drive home the message. So until the next video, which will be, the next live will be what comes after X, the X and the ABCs of men's sexual health. So until the next video, thank you for watching, and goodbye.